Welcome back to Huddy's Intro to Pitching. So one of the big components that creates, arm health and part of what is arm maintenance as we're a pitcher, right? We only get so many bullets in a day, and that's one of our biggest commodities is our arm, right or left. I really need to make sure I take care of it, not only strengthening it like I'm doing a workout at the gym, also making sure I have enough condition or stamina, like running long distance, that I can go more and more and more and make enough throws in that. Okay. What does part of that is armbands. It's a big part of my routine that I had as a kid. And when I played in my career, it was roughly 24 years. Never had an arm injury, and I pride myself on that. So I always start with bands, and then after I'm done throwing, I finish with bands. We're going to talk about right now how I start with bands. So there's two different ways that we throw when our arm moves. Okay, when our arm moves, there's this called an internal rotation, which is like I'm actually throwing forward. Okay, so I face away from the wall. Now, an external rotation is the musculature that slows my arm down with actually finish and release the ball way out front, like we talked about, and then get through it. Okay. All the slow down muscles, which are some of the biggest ones that we need to focus on. External would be I flip around, face the wall this way, and then I do something the opposite direction of what would be the other one, right? So it's gonna be kind of opposite, guys, just so we're aware. Now, what I would start with when I first got loose, okay, I'd always go about 8 to 10 with every single exercise I'm about to show you. First one I do kind of warm up the chest would be a forward fly, just right here. Elbows are up at shoulder height, it's pulling forward like this. Okay. Now from there, I take it up top. I do what's called a tricep extension. Again, going forward, 8 to 10, nice and loose. And if it's too hard when I try to get like one of these, like those guys that think they're super strong, you probably are. I'll tell you aren't. We want form more than strength at first. Strength will come with better form. So if it's too hard, just step back a little bit because the bands get tighter the more I move. I might think it's easy here, but then when I get there, it's a little hard. As long as everybody understands that. Now from there, let go of one band. Internal rotation actually here at top is where I start at first. You can do one from the side. We throw up here though, so that's why I like to start here personally. External rotation will go down there though, just so everybody knows. So up top, elbow, shoulder height. Again, here, hand is under. It's a small rotation like this. Now, I'm not going like this with my body to get there. It's just using the shoulder to turn. Okay. As I do 8 to 10, I face forward. Same thing. I get kind of in my arm slot, and now I'm going to do this. And as you can see, I rotate the shoulder to get that spot. I'm not using my elbow like this. That's again, that would be a tricep extension. Now, the next one, kind of interesting. Some kids don't get this at first. This is what's called a scap push up or a scap press. This is for this muscle that's right in here, which is called a serratus anterior. What we utilize that for is to stabilize our scapula, which wants to pinch during our arm action as we throw. We hold our arm straight out in front, all chest, and then I'm going to let my shoulder sink back like this. Now from here, I push it forward. And I want to feel that push from in here. Again, here, 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 here. Most guys will be able to feel that right away pretty quickly. Okay. As long as they're doing it right. But the goal is to sink this back. Not like the whole arm, straight arm the whole time. Okay. So what that looks like now, too, just to make sure everybody's understanding from the side here, right? Straight on, I'm going to put this back like that. See that? Now what I'm going to do is push it forward. What I'm trying to activate is right through here, which I said is, again, a big stabilizer of our scap as it goes to retract and then fire forward. You guys see that action, right? Here, and now I don't get forward. See, that's the same kind of motion. That's a big one. The other way to do that is you can do scap push-ups where you're like this straight and then here to here, then a full push-up. That's another way to warm up with that. Okay. Now, after that, I'm going to get into the external side. I'm going to warm those up a little bit. Big key when you warm up is going to be the internal. The other piece is external. When we're done throwing, we're going to hammer the external side, just so everybody's aware. So we started with forward flies. Guess what we're going to do? External, reverse. What's the opposite? So reverse fly, same thing here, pulling back and trying to pinch my scats back here, not like this. I see a lot of guys do that. They try to pinch that neck up like this with their traps. We don't want to be Traposaurus Rex. Okay, we're trying to be here and use the back. Okay, after that, I'll do a bicep curl. Okay. This curls are for the girls. Now I face forward and I'm just focusing on just this as I go, which isolates that bicep here, just to kind of warm up that elbow action of open close. Okay. I'll get that up into the front of the shoulder. Yeah. So here it'd be like this, again, just to show, and then just straight pull here. But again, elbows, shoulder height. I'm focusing on just keeping it just there, but I'm going full range of motion as well. Range of motion is more important than strength at this point, guys. I'll say that again and again and again. Form over power. The more form we have, I will create more power. I can guarantee you that. Okay. Next up is going to be external, right? So if internal, we were doing it this side with as a right-hander, I'm going to go to external. This is now this side, right? The opposite. So if I'm a lefty, this would be internal. This would be external. So external, we can start down here at the side. Hand's going to go here to hold our elbow because we don't want this action. We want to keep it nice and tight. So it's just to here. See that? I'm just opening it up, small movements, just to there. And I release that. Now then I'm going to go up. Same thing, 8 to 10. But again, keeping it elbow, shoulder height, holding this here so I'm not getting too much like this and stuff, as I see a lot of guys do. And then the last one again is going to be this, reverse. And this, we're really trying to kind of even use your back a little bit, really trying to rotate that shoulder all the way through kind of that swing or that catapult that we do, okay? Next one is going to be a high row. So from that position there, I'm just going to pull like this now instead of doing the rotation back. Pull up here. And again, the elbow is what's doing it. And I'm, again, trying to pinch back here in the scap. So straight out to here, okay? You can do it with both if you want. I just do it on the right just because that's what I'm going to throw with. We did the scap press, okay? Now I'm going to do a scap pull. I'm going to have my arm extended out like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch it back with just the scap. So again, we can see it maybe here a little better here. My arm's out. I'm going to pull that back like that for a second. See? And I'm pulling down into here, not up like that. So together that looks like this. Arms out. Pinch. 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 Again, we want to create, again, that action of the scap pinching back. And kind of work on that and get that part loose too. Last one I'll do, when I'm done with kind of everything, is I can do a little bit of this if I want, just kind of some arm circles with the band, a little bit out. So the one I like to do is kind of now feel my whole motion after I've gotten it all loose. So I'll go back facing forward like I'm going to pitch. I'll get that arm up and I'll let it snap way out. What I do again is I'm focusing on getting the arm way out in front. I'm not going to just cut it off here and come like this. In karate chop, I want it to get out like that and feel it. And then let it come back easy, then out. What I'm trying to do is get a nice stretch through the back of here. And again, feel that arm kind of lay back with the action of the bands behind me. Then I reach out and feel the snap out front. Get over that front side. So that's what we do when we warm up. All the drills that I show on the external side, I would do those for a little bit more reps. So I'd go like 10 to 12, and I'd bust through each of them after I'm done throwing. And that's kind of our big focus is all the external side because we want to work on those muscles that slowed us down and strengthen those again and activate them rather than activating more of the ones that made us just go fast forward. Okay, that's a band exercise. That's a band program. Try it, follow it, keep comments. And then we'll keep going on Huddy's intro to pitching, but these bands won't make her dance. So, fun.